Well, in South Africa, we've got a marvelous expression that says, if you don't study Afrikaans, you won't understand this. It says, a boer maak 'n plan. And both Gavin Lerena and yours truly were stuck in gridlock traffic. So we decided in the name of COVID-19, let's see if we can make a plan. Gavin, lovely to see your beautiful home and your beautiful office. And thank you for availing us of your time to chat about the Turffontein card tomorrow.
Sure, Bonsky. Great to be on the show, and I hope I can give the viewers some guidance.
Okay, well, look, let's head straight into it. Let's give the first one a miss for the simple reason that it's a first-timer. And we'll move on to the second one. That's Maggie Smith, who had a sparkling debut for Wendy Whitehood. I'm not sure what you know about the horse, whether you've sat on it, or what the collateral form looks like for you.
Yeah, I had a good look at a race last time. She was slow at the gates, and she was very green in the running, but she moved through very well. And you know, she looked like a winner everywhere except for the finishing line. So, you know, on that, I think she looks like a nice filly. Obviously, she's up on the half out now, and you know, the climate is different, the air is different, but I'm sure she'll be a big runner.
I suppose the question is, how long has she been here?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I did sit on her at work the other day for Mr. Peter, and you know, she's got quite a soft mouth, but other than that, she was moving well, and she felt in a good space.
Okay, fantastic. We move on to the first leg of the place accumulated. There's a horse called Promontory, and long before you were born, there was a horse that the late Fred Rickaby used to train called Promontory. That was a top division horse. He was a plumb-behold horse that Michael Roberts used to ride. I hope this horse is 10% as good as the old Promontory.
Yeah, look, he hasn't given much away, this horse. You know, he's obviously looking, he's stepping up to the mile now, but obviously looking for further. I rode him first time out in 1160. You know, he was very outpaced in that, and he improved last time over the 1450. So I'm hoping the mile's not too short for him. You know, he's got a beautiful action, this horse, and I just hope that the mile's not too short for him.
Well, you may not be able to see this on the screen, but obviously the horse that beat him, Kentalent Bay, the Cornet Spice Yard, came out and won next time out. And the horse that finished about 7th all around the world came out and ran 2nd. And Ignatius has not run since then. That form looks pretty solid.
Yeah, just going through the book on the day that this horse ran and that maiden plate, it looked like a very weak race on paper. But, you know, horses don't run on paper, they improve naturally. And so I'm not 100% sure about the form line. Obviously, the winner came out and won a very nice race in open company at the Vaal on Tuesday. Yeah, but so I'm just hoping for a bit of improvement, but I do know that he does want a bit further, and I hope we can get away from mile.
Okay. Then what about Feed from Desire? I mean, she's clearly high class. I know that she's had her breathing issues, but she has run very, very close to Almatana. In fact, if my memory serves me correctly, she actually she finished under half a length by Almatana in a very strong race. She won 4 on the bounce before that, beating all of Big Burn, Tanzanite Queen, Quantum King, Good Queen Bess. So, I mean, she's no slouch.
No, she's no slouch. She's definitely a filly that's loaded with ability. Obviously, it's her first run back from a rest. She's got a wonderful draw, but she's got a lot of weight to shoulder. She's got 62 kilos to shoulder. And I think Mr. Peter is just hoping for a nice, well, you know, for a nice run to bring her on, and hopefully we can win it. She does have nice form. Like you say, I've ridden her twice and won on her twice. Besides a breathing issue, she's a filly that tries extremely hard. She really gives you her all, and I enjoy riding her.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Half the battle is won if you enjoy riding her. So let's move on to BINGWA. I always had a very soft spot for BINGWA, particularly when he was in the Dory Sham stable, because he won the charity mile now, sponsored by Vaughan Rippon and Arun Chada, the Steel Road boys. And he's a good horse on his day. I think he likes I don't think we've seen the best of him, but he hasn't really been delivering his very best of late, put it that way.
Yeah, look, I can't really say that. I mean, he got beaten 2.5 lengths by Al Mutana at Grable in the mile. I think that's a smashing run. He's obviously had a little bit of a break, and he's coming back. He's, I think, his main mission may be like you say, the November. So I think Johan must have left a bit of meat on the bone, but he is a horse that I've ridden him after a rest. He runs quite well fresh. So just hoping with the best for him. We're obviously looking for him to come on, but I mean, if he can go out there and win it, it would be great. But his main mission will be the November.
Okay, wonderful. Then we've got Tuscan Winter, who goes for a hat trick. Very good win over Faraway Winter last time out, who subsequently came out and won again, and so too did Corvette Captain. So that form is about as strong as you could ever hope to find.
Most definitely. I think it's Frozen.
Okay, well, I don't know if Frozen's scratched in the race, but I haven't found Frozen. But I know what you mean. The picture's frozen, but I can still see you loud and clear. I can still hear you loud and clear. So maybe we'll just crack on and see if I can edit the frozen bits.
No problem. So yeah, Tuscan Winter, another horse I really enjoy riding. It's a funny thing because every time I'm riding at about the 700-800, my ears start burning. I think all the punters are swearing me that I'm so far back. But he takes a very particular ride, Bonnie. You got to leave him as he's happy, and if he can't master the pace, you can't force him to try to be even a length closer. So really got him, and the horse feel that he starts to grow under you, and then you've got a winning chance. I think you'll enjoy the 1450. I think you'll enjoy the pace being a fraction or two slower than the sprints, that he'll be able to travel easier. And if I get a nice smooth trip around and he's happy and Tuscan wants to do it, he's got a fantastic finish on him.
Yeah, look, I think what might help you tomorrow is the fact that it's on the inside track, which means that the crowd is further away, so your ears might not start burning so early.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'm definitely not going to take up a career as a comedian. Glittering Girl, after a smashing first run behind Glittering a Sweet Pepper, there were two winners from that form line, and then she came out and won. The third horse, Antigua Night, came out and won a whole lot of places. The question is, how fit is she? And is she ready to deliver her best? Because I'm pretty sure that Stuart Pettigrew will have his filly absolutely cherry ripe, although it still might be a bit on the sharp side for Feather Boa.
Yeah, looking at Feather Boa, it looks like it could be a bit sharp for her. My filly's doing really well at home. She's obviously not 100% tuned up. She's got the whole season ahead of her, but she is a good filly, and I'm excited to ride her. I think she could be anything. Just hoping for the best. If I can get a smooth trip around the track, I think they're going to all have to beat me.
Yeah, well, when you look further down the card to race 8, you're riding Greater Fair, who in his last start, just trying to see, he finished behind Southern Song, who hasn't run. Ballroom Bliss has come out and run second. Terror Time won yesterday. There's a couple of places behind. So Greater Fair's got a winning chance, but one would have to say that on class, Glittering Girl might be one of the best chances that you have for Paul Peter stable on the day.
Yeah, look, I mean, obviously there's high expectations for her, and I just hope everything goes nice and smooth for her. There are a lot of unknown horses in the race, but I do think she is well above average.
Good. And then, what about Greater Fair? What are you thinking?
Yeah, Greater Fair. I've never sat on him. I don't know much about him. I've watched a couple of his races. He likes to take a sit early and come at them late. The pace looks like it's going to be on in the race, so I think he's going to enjoy that. And I think if I can time it right, he'll be running on strongly.
Did you think that there was any real serious danger in that race, or is it quite a wide open race?
I don't think it's the strongest of fields. Obviously, healthy respect for King's Crusade, and 5th of July always gives his best. And then you've got Qunetra, who's a strong front runner. Obviously on the fast track, you've got to respect that. And Romeo's Magic has been in fair form. Maybe a bit disappointing, but fair form. I think my biggest concern is the weight. I've got a shoulder that's 60.5, but if all things can go nicely for me, I will be finishing well.
Okay, and then to put the lid on the day is Don't Touch Me in those very identifiable and very familiar silks of Barcy and Suzette Viljoen. They've had so much success, and of course they had the horse of the season, horse of the year, Captain's Ransom. In a way, if it is indeed the last meeting that Paul Peter and his family are represented on the racetracks of South Africa for the time being, be a fitting way to go out with Suzette and Barcy's colours on board.
Yeah, 100%. The Peters, the whole family they've been great to me over my riding career since they've been training. They've just given me so much support, and I've ridden them many, many winners over the years. It's very sad, and it's one day I'll never forget, the 8th of September. It's a big shock, I think, to the whole racing industry, and I think Joburg may suffer a bit. They had probably 20% of the fields every race meeting. So I wish Mr. Peter and his family all the best, and whatever the future holds for them, I hope they have a beautiful, blessed one and a healthy one. Racing will still be a...
Look, I came to Turffontein yesterday specifically to see if I could possibly see one of the Peter family, if not for no other reason than to commiserate, because it's a huge decision. It's an incalculably profound decision. But I got some good advice from Ian Leviton. He said, just leave it. They will speak to the media in their own time when they feel comfortable. But in the meantime, I think the best thing that people can take out of this is just to afford them their privacy, because it's a kind of a death in a way. They're not gone forever, but for the moment, it's a loss that South African racing just simply cannot afford to have.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think it's very important. I'm sure Mr. Peter and the family will speak to everyone when the time is right. It was obviously a very big decision to make, and whatever their future plans hold, I wish them all the best, and they're going to be sorely missed on the training tracks in the morning and at the races.
So, can Gavin Lerena go out with the Peter family in a blaze of glory with Varsity Suzette Billion's colours on your back with "Don't touch me"?
I'm going to most certainly do my best. I think this horse was very game last time. He went very fast in front. I think he got away from Rachel. He over raced quite a bit, and he still hung in there till about the 150. So if I can get him to settle nicely wherever he is in the race, I think he's a big runner, this horse, and it will be a blessing to bring it home for the Peters.
So, Gavin, just in under 1 minute, that's all we got left. Tell us what this particular Friday held for you in terms of maintaining that body of yours that has been pounded by several horses and several falls and just the rigors of racing.
Yeah, obviously I got to eat clean, look after my weight, and today I was busy at the chiropractor this morning just to keep me in line and keep me in shape. And then I had a physio appointment at 12:30. My weekly physio appointment. My physio just, fine tunes me and has me spot on for tomorrow.
So there's definitely nothing but a nice, quiet home evening with the family this evening, and hopefully we'll see you at the races tomorrow. Fine form.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to probably go kick the ball outside with Ashton for a couple of minutes, and then it's chill time from there.
Ashton, Ava, Victoria, and Gavin, thank you very much for affording us your time. It's been a great pleasure, and look forward to seeing you at the races tomorrow.
Thank you, Bansky.